Hey, what's going on, guys? It's No Shoes, and we're back with another one. And today we're going to be reacting to The Message from Grandmaster Flash in the Furious 5. I actually heard about this song recently during a class, and I believe that this track is at least the first commercially viable conscious rap track, if not the first conscious rap track to, be recorded and all of that good stuff. So, I'm super excited to check it out. I actually got a Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5 record sitting over there somewhere. But without any further ado, let's get right into it. Let's see what the message is all about. Let's see what Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5 have to say. Let's get it.
It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me.
Before we even get into the bars, I love the synth work on this, man. A lot of fun sounds in here. The drums sound great. And for real, like, you just can't get a video that looks like this anymore, man. The editing, everything, like, such a place and time that this was set into. I believe this was probably from the 80s, probably the very early 80s. I'm not sure exactly off the top of my head. If anybody wants to fill me in, I'd love to know some more. But let's keep this rolling.
It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under.
Okay.
Broken glass everywhere.
All right. So before we get too much further, I thought that there might be a little bit more repetition, but repeating that twice feels like a jungle, definitely some type of play on the concrete jungle type of concept, the urban centers, the cities, everything like that makes a lot of sense. Talking about how, keep me from going under, maybe that weight that rests on you just being in that environment. Let's see where it goes from here.
Broken glass everywhere. People on the stage, they just don't care. I can't take the smell, can't take the noise. Got no money to move out, I guess I got no choice. Rats in the front room, roaches in the back, junkies in the alley with the baseball bat. I tried to get away, but I couldn't get far, cause a man with the tow truck repossessed my car. Don't push me.
All right, so some very direct storytelling, just imagery right off the bat, bringing us into the world, the glass, the junkies, the don't have any money to leave, so what are you gonna do? The somebody's taking my car, just kind of bringing us into the world, explaining to us some of what's going on. And the bounce, it's really interesting because we're still in those early days of rap where you can kind of feel this was put out by Sugar Hill Records. I'm not sure if it was originally, but at least they seem to own the rights these days. It's got that bouncy type of feel, kind of reminiscent of shoot, I'm blanking. The Sugar Hill Gang, Rapper's Delight. Um kind of has that danceable vibe to it, but we're starting to get into more serious topics. And it's interesting, almost like the juxtaposition that creates here between the topic and like the actual feeling of the track.
No choice. Rats in the front room, roaches in the back, junkies in the alley with the baseball bat. I tried to get away, but I couldn't get far, cause a man with the tow truck repossessed my car. Don't push me, cause I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under. Standing on the front stoop, hanging out the window, watching all the cars go by, roaring as the breeze is blown. A crazy lady living in a bag, eating out of garbage pails. Used to be a fag hag, such a dance to tango. Skipped the life and tango. A zircon princess seemed to lost her senses. Down at the peep show, watching all the.
Ooh, and we're getting a little bit of speed there. There's a little bit of agility already coming in. It's pretty early, like I said, in in the progression here, nice repetition of bringing that it's like a jungle, it keep me from going under. I know I'm not remembering that bar exactly, but having that then reincorporated into the verse after having it be kind of our intro vocal, really nice feel. We're continuing that imagery. It's talking about what you might see while you're walking around, the things that their experience in their day-to-day life.
Blow. A crazy lady living in a bag, eating out of garbage pails. Used to be a fag hag, such a dance to tango. Skipped the life and dango. A zircon princess seemed to lost her senses. Down at the peep show, watching all the creeps, so she could tell her stories to the girls back home. She went to the city and got so diddy. She had to get a pimp, she couldn't make it on her own. Don't push me, cause I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head.
And that's very interesting. Like the don't push me because I'm close to the edge. I'm not trying to lose my head. The way it really starts to ride with the beat there in between in the verses, he's starting to hit that pocket. But that just sounds like such a familiar phrase to me. I can't really pick it off the top of my head. If anybody has any idea if that's been reincorporated through rap, which would make sense, this being pretty foundational as a piece, and Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, of course, being very foundational as artists. And I mean, Grandmaster Flash, helped give birth to hip hop truly. But regardless, I really love the feel of this man. And then the outfits, like you like that's crazy. Like it's almost like glam rock, but rappers were starting to almost like take cues from that in a way. It's very interesting, like the fringe jacket and everything. Like you just don't see that anymore.
Cause I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under.
My brother's doing fast on my mother's TV. Says she watches too much, it's just not healthy. All my children in the daytime, Dallas at night. Can't even see the game or the Sugar Ray fight. The bill collectors, they ring my phone and scare my wife when I'm not home. Got a bum education, double-digit inflation. Can't take the train to the job, there's a strike at the station. Neon King Kong standing on my back, can't stop.
Yeah. Nice switch up there for like the smallest second. It looked like the video desynced from the vocal, but now it seems like it's caught back up. Um, yeah, again, the bill collector's calling, scaring your girl at home, just going through the struggles of life and being open and honest about it. And that's something we got to do, man. Is if we can't talk about it, if we aren't talking about it, how's anybody gonna know what's gonna happen? What are we gonna do?
Scare my wife when I'm not home. Got a bum education, double-digit inflation. Can't take the train to the job, there's a strike at the station. Neon King Kong standing on my back, can't stop to turn around. Broke my sacroiliac, a mid-range migraine, cancer membrane. Sometimes I think I'm going insane, I swear I might hijack a plane. Don't push me, call, I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder how I keep from going under. It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder how I keep from going under. My son said, Daddy, I don't want to go to school because the teachers are...
And also, we're getting some early not compound, some early internal rhymes, wonder to under within that like same 4-bar count. And it seems like we're getting some early compound rhymes as well. I'm gonna try to see if I can pick those out. Nothing like crazy complex, but a lot of people talk about Rakim as kind of like being the birth of like compound rhymes and the much more complex rap that we listen to these days. But I'm starting to wonder, it almost seems like Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, and I believe this features Melle Mel as well. It seems like they were starting to bring us those even pre-Rakim. And maybe my dates are off here, so please forgive me if anything I say is just like horrifically incorrect.
It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder how I keep from going under. My son said, Daddy, I don't want to go to school cause the teacher's a jerk. He must think I'm a fool and all the kids smoke reefer. I think it'd be cheaper if I just got a job, learn to be a street sweeper. I dance to the beat, shuffle my feet, wear a shirt and tie and run with the creeps. Cause it's all about money, ain't a damn thing funny. You got to have a con in this land of milk and honey. They push
that in the video works really nicely too. Like they talk about money, show the Brinks truck and everything, talking about the struggle of, maybe you are going to school, but the teacher ain't helping you. The rest of the students ain't paying attention, ain't focused, whatever it is. And then you're going to school, but you ain't even getting a good education.
Shuffle my feet, wear a shirt and tie and run with the creeps. Cause it's all about money, ain't a damn thing funny. You got to have a con in this land of milk and honey. They pushed that girl in front of the train, took her to the doctor, sewed her arm on the game. Stabbed that man right in his heart, gave him a transplant for a brand new start. I can't walk through the park cause it's crazy after dark. Keep my hand on my gun cause they got me on the run. I feel like an outlaw, broke my last glass jaw. Hear them say, you want some more? Living on a seesaw. Don't push me cause I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. Say what? It's like a jungle.
Yeah, it's very direct in the storytelling here, and I really appreciate that. You really don't have to parse through any metaphors or similes. There's not like crazy punchlines or wordplay going on. It's just a very honest telling of like, it gets crazy in the park after dark and I got to keep my hand on my gun because that's just how you survive to the next day. That's how you keep yourself safe. And I think especially at the time, to anybody who wasn't living in the city, wasn't aware of what that was like, this was probably a very eye-opening track for those people if they could look past it as a song and realize the reality that it represents.
Edge, I'm trying not to lose my head. Say what? It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder how I keep from going under. It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder how I keep from going under.
A child is born with no state of mind, blind to the ways of mankind. God is smiling on you, but he's frowning too, because only God knows what you'll go through. You'll grow in the ghetto, living second rate, and your eyes will sing a song of deep hate. The places you play and where you stay looks like one great big alleyway. You'll admire all the number book takers, thugs, pimps, and pushers, and the big money makers, driving big cars, spending 20s and 10s, and you wanna grow up to be just like them. Smugglers, scramblers.
Yeah. And also, I'm starting to wonder, the flows are so big and bouncy. It's really well recorded. I have to imagine that this is some type of remastering that they've done to the audio over time. I mean, unless they just had it like that, which respect to them, man. Because, the volume is there. It's loud, it's present, the vocals on the top, like, everything's in balance, nice production. Like I said, I really love those synths and the way that it's like kind of like emulates a horn, or maybe it was a horn they recorded and were able to do some processing on it, regardless, chicken or the egg type shit, whichever way they found it. Um, it's really, really well done. Just a great sound to it, great bounce. And then where I was going with the bounce is you start to think about people like Biggie that came later and where maybe they got their inspiration. And, I can't say that I can hear like a direct translation from them, but maybe some like little bits and pieces pass through from Grandmaster Flash to Biggie when he got his start.
State looks like one great big alleyway. You'll admire all the number book takers, thugs, pimps, and pushers, and the big money makers, driving big cars, spending 20s and 10s, and you wanna grow up to be just like them. Smugglers, scramblers, burglars, gamblers, pickpocket peddlers, even panhandlers. You say I'm cool, I'm no fool, but then you wind up dropping out of high school. Now you're unemployed, all non-void, walking around like your pretty boy Floyd. Turned stick-up kid, but look what you done did. Got sent up for an 8-year bid. Now your manhood is took.
Yeah, listing off just again all the different types of people you might run into, maybe the person you might find yourself becoming, and then talking about the dropout rates, again coming back to education and the issues with that, and then the issues with unemployment. And, it's already kind of talking about how like the education system ain't that great. You drop out, you're unemployed. Maybe if you graduated, that wouldn't have really helped either. Um, just there's a lot in here. There's a lot in here, but it's the way it's spaced out, the pacing, just I love it. This is fantastic.
Up for an 8-year bid, now your manhood is took and you're a make tag. Spend the next 2 years as an undercover fag, being used and abused to serve like hell. Till one day you was found hung dead in a cell. It was plain to see that your life was lost. You was cold and your body swung back and forth. But now your eyes sing the sad, sad song of how you lived so fast and died so young. So don't push me, cause I'm close to the edge. I'm trying not to lose my head. It's like a jungle sometimes.
Yeah,
It makes me.
and I caught that little ha 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 ha. Like that was probably terrible. Sorry y'all had to hear that. But yeah, I love that kind of not really beatboxing, but it's approaching beatboxing. It's beatboxing adjacent. It brings to mind like I listened to Fat Boys. The song might have been Fat Boys by Fat Boys or whatever it was a little while back, where I think it's Biz Markie, just absolutely insane. That the way noises he makes, that man's not human. But yeah, I like that, having like the breath being part of the lyrics in that way, just kind of like vocalizing in that sense.
Me wonder how I keep from going under. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how I keep from going under.
Yo, Mel, you see that girl, man? Yeah, man. Yo, that sound like Cowboy, man. Cool. Yo, what's up, money?
Yo.
Ow, hey, where's Creole and Raheem, man?
They upstairs cooling out.
So what's up for the night, y'all?
Yo, we can go down to the fever, man.
Check out Junebug, man. Hey, yo, you know that girl Betty? Yeah, man. My mom's got robbed, man. What? Yeah, she got hurt. What just happened? What the
Freeze! Don't nobody move nothing. Y'all know what this is. Get him up. Get him up,
man. We down with Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five.
What is that, a gang?
No,
Shut up. I don't want to hear your mouth. Shut up. Officer, what's the problem? You the problem. You the problem. Yo, you ain't got to push the car. Get in the car. Get in the gas. Get in the car.
why is you doing that?
Man. And it doesn't get more poignant than that, right? Like them just standing on the corner, having a conversation. First of all, love that like the conversational outro and then the abruptness of just the police coming up. Lately I've been talking with my friends so much about how more and more and more these days content just it doesn't really seem to reflect reality. We get all of these super polished images of people showing their highlight reel of the best parts of their lives, cut together from the best clips they could record, da 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 da. And coming back to something like this, the video's raw. It's kind of grainy. So honestly, the video's kind of ugly by today's standards, but it's real. It it showed that, it shows them in their element. It shows real issues of police just coming by and seeing a bunch of black dudes and arresting them for, being the wrong color in the wrong place at the wrong time, and just the horrible things that you go through and what the reality of day-to-day life would be like for them. And like I said, I think it would have been very eye-opening at the time, and honestly, it's still pretty sobering to watch that today. Regardless, that was the message by Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. I think that was fantastic. If that was the first ever conscious rap track, amazing start. I really enjoyed it, and it really speaks to a lot, maybe the large majority of issues that people were facing, at least on that level of like living in the city, day-to-day life type of problems. But again, I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to hit like, hit subscribe, and hit that bell. Don't forget to do something. I'm losing my mind right now. But yeah, I'll catch you all next time. Peace out.